So what we have here today is a GoPro Hero 4 Silver mod. Now I'm pretty sure that you can fit this with the Heroes 3 and 2 as well, but I have the Hero 4, so I'm going to show you what I've done. Now ultimately what I wanted to do with this is be able to take it outside and use it for vlogging and maybe exploring and all those things that you want to do outside basically with a camera. Obviously I'm not going to do extreme sports because I am far too old for that now. So we're going to start off with explaining to you the casing. Now I'm not going to take this bit off because I've got it positioned like perfectly how I want it, but basically this here is an aluminium protective casing for the Hero 4, and it's sturdy, it is metal. I got this off of eBay, it cost around about £8. It also comes with a protective lens filter as well, which screws on and off. Oh, so as you can see, and that just goes back on like that, and then you don't get no scratches or anything on the GoPro. Now I have this connected onto a mount connection adapter, which is onto the Gorilla Pod, which I have here. And what I've done here is I've got the adjustment adapter for, it's like if you're using a GoPro on like a mountain bike or a BMX or something like that, this would go on the handlebars. Now what I've done is I got creative with a few different little connections that I had laying around anyway from a previous camera that I had brought and experimented with and just forgot about because it wasn't as good quality as I thought it was going to be. But I mean, obviously you spend like £20–30 on a replica of a GoPro, that's what you're going to expect, not good quality. Anyway, so this here is the adapter that I've done. So I've got the bike adapter here, and then I've got the mount adapter here. If I can move it closer, you can see this is the bike adapter, and then this here is the mount adapter. So I can screw this end bit on here, which is then used for my Manfrotto LED light. And this gets pretty bright for a little thing. I mean, compared to my hand, that's how big it is. So I'll turn this on, that's how bright it is, and then that's the next setting, and then it gets even brighter. So now you can see it's quite glary, yeah? Gives it a nice good light. And this is charged by USB as well, so you don't have to give any external batteries. Literally you buy it and then that's it. What this does is this slides on to this bit here. So now I have a device which I can move around and have light. So in dark areas where, you know, the picture might get quite grainy because of the darkness, and the GoPro isn't that great in dark situations. It has a form of auto correctness, but that's about it. You know, that extra light gives you that extra quality. So anyway, on to my next bit. This camera slots in to the back. I'll just show you the back here. So you just slide it in, preferably without any difficulty, and then you just tighten this up. What this does is this pushes a little panel, this bit here pushes a little like protective pad, because obviously the whole case is metal. You don't want to get scratches from putting the camera in and stuff. So in the corners you've got protective pads. I'll put a link to this protective case for you guys in the description. So you just tighten that up, nice and obviously not too tight, so you don't want to squash it, but enough that when you put it that way the camera's not going anywhere. Now we have the GoPro inside the protective casing, or the housing unit as you might call it, and we have the adapter here, which I'm going to tell you what I'm going to use that for right now. So this here is a Rode mic. Now, not like a Rode man, but a Rode. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. A Rode mic. Now, I will stress that you need to get an adapter for any external microphones that you have with the GoPro, which comes like this. Now, you can get the cheap ones on eBay, but the quality will reduce. This is like basically an adaptation here is just as important as the cable you're plugging into your camera, and it's same as if you was recording music and doing vocals and stuff like that. You know, the higher quality the wire, the adaptation or the interface, the better quality that you're going to get at the end of the day. So I stress that. I will put a link to this one as well, which costs around about £11. I think it was for about $15 to $18, and this is the VidPro. Now, you can get the actual GoPro one for around about the same price, but I had read the reviews and specs on this one and it performs that bit better. Personally, and from what other people have said as well, that's correct. So what this does is you get this wire, this adaptation, you put it into the side of the GoPro, which here, because this is specially designed to be able to access your microphone and your charge and stuff like that. So you plug it in, so you have this adapter hanging out, and then you plug this wire in to the adapter. Now, depending on how you want it, you can have the wire hanging out or not. So you fasten the microphone onto the end of the mount, secure that it's not going to fall off. Now this here, I'll just hook it behind anything that you can to keep this microphone elevated, because where the lens is quite short and this is quite a big wind muffler, you're going to be able to see it in your eye shot on the camera if you don't move it back a little bit. So what I've done is I've just tied it around one of the secures on the back. That keeps it in place, and this wire is nice and secure. So now we have an LED with microphone GoPro for any adventures that you might be doing, say in abandoned buildings or any dark areas, or even if you're just recording in a dark room for vlogging. This is a very good setup. You have the shotgun microphone, so it's actually better to face yourself. The LED, which you can have on 3 different settings. You can have it on the lowest setting, the second highest setting, or the very brightest. Anyway, thank you very much.